Hey everyone, Dave from BC Bushcraft. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a campfire video. We're going to be collecting some firewood, making some food, making some coffee. Just a little bit of a day camp video here. And I kind of just explored a little bit of these woods here that are relatively close to me. I'm not too deep. This forest is quite young. There's not really those grand trees, those big Douglas firs in this area. It's been logged here before, which most of the island has actually. So anyways, regardless, we're gonna look for some dry wood out here through the snow. There's a little bit of snow left from the snowfall, not too much, and it's getting a little slushy. So anyways, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna play around, have some fun, make a fire, and finally enjoy some hours out in the woods. And I'm really happy to be out here today. So I'm down to the dirt here. Not really too worried about it. It's super damp. And it might actually be a little bit hard to get a fire going on top of this. So I'll probably build a bit of a platform, set up a few pieces of wood just to lift the fire off of the cold, damp ground. And then, next step is just to collect some dead standing wood. Relatively small because I only have a saw and a knife. Well, change of plans. I actually like this spot more. When I was looking around for firewood, I saw this rocky outcrop and decided to check it out. It's a lot more scenic out here than just stuck in like a hole in the woods in there. So I'm gonna make my fire out here instead, and there's lots of dead wood around here that I can use for my advantage. Touch damp, but I'll work with it. Boy, this doesn't want to go. Lots of nice dried twigs here. So I might actually not have to do too much wood preparation for my fire. Take advantage of what's around you. Save yourself a little bit of time and effort. Splitting up a whole bunch of firewood, making fine kindling, you know. Save a bit of time by just foraging. So I have a few different twig piles here. I have finer twigs, you know, some pencil lead to pencil size. I got pencil size, and then I got some thicker, like finger, thumb size sticks under here that feel relatively dry, so I don't have to process a ton of wood up. You know, I have a feather stick and some of the fuel that I processed up, and then I have a bit of a platform here, some rocks here to, you know, just keep the heat centralized, and we should have a fire. What I'm going to do is put some birch bark down here, do the old little scrape, and hit it with a ferro rod, and we should have a fire in no time. Okay, a nice little piece of birch bark here. I'm going to move these twigs a bit. Touch drafty here. Just like all the British bushcrafters do. Give it a little scrape up a nice pile. Alright, let's see if that works. I have another piece that I can just ignite right when I hit that flame there. Super easy, hey? Well, I don't think I did my pile big enough. So we're gonna scrape more. Super easy until you fail first time. Temp number 2. That's a little better, hey? Just a little bit better. I'm gonna have to move that camera. It's not very safe. Whoop. Hey. Okay, we got a flame, and it looks pretty good. Let's put on those twigs. Yeah. Let's get those twigs. Whoa. Try and set this up a little better. Guess that works. Oh, that's gonna go right in my face. Oh, that's warm at least. Okay, lots of twigs. Worked really well. Some of those. Let the wind shift a different way. Put the knife and the ferro rod away. Try not to get hit by the smoke too much. And then put your fuel pieces on. Regardless, what I'm going to be cooking up is I have some pierogies, some corn, and a slice of bacon and some butter. I'm going to be throwing it in the frying pan and cooking this up on the coals. I was going to make some coffee, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to make that pot hanger anymore because this is all rock that I'm making the fire on. So we might just do what I usually do and just shove the coffee into the fire and heat it up. Not a very traditional bushcraft meal, but things don't have to be traditional. Frozen pierogies that I just packed in because I didn't go very far today. Some frozen corn that will just all de-thaw when I throw it on the coals here. And some cooked bacon already from this morning. You got a meal that you can cook on the fire in no time. So, in traditional BC bushcraft form, we shall make coffee without a pot hook, because I never find that I have time to make one, or sometimes I just don't feel like it's necessary and I'm lazy, and I just, you know, every once in a while I have a little bit of an accident and I spill some water in my fire. But more often than not, I find that I can make coffee just well enough by sticking it in the embers, surrounding it with some coals and some embers, some flame, and I don't find that a pot hook is necessary. But you know, if you're doing a little bit more fancy stuff than just shoving coffee to a fire, I could see why you would want to make a pot hook, and I've definitely done that before. I've definitely made pot hooks before, but you know, they just take time, and sometimes I don't have hours and hours to do these sorts of things. And coffee's coffee, you just need to boil up some water. The wood has died down a little bit. I'm just gonna slowly heat up without getting smoked out. My meal. Melt the butter, that sort of deal. Okay, that's all done. Coffee is done. Sorry, the water for my coffee is done. Stir up this stuff so I don't burn it. All I really need to do is defrost it because it's just frozen. Was frozen pierogies. Some corn. I always find that instant coffee is just so much easier to make when you're doing this sort of stuff. And I never try to actually brew like real coffee out here. Let's make a fancy bushcraft spoon to stir this with, aka a stick. This instant coffee has some sort of a creamer in it, actually, so you don't actually have to bring like instant milk or anything like that. It's kind of a nice all-in-one. Bam. Bam, son. Well, the sun is just on the crest of setting. It's really pretty out here. This rocky outcrop actually doesn't look over really much. It just kind of looks over trees, but it's still pretty cool. Get the exposure right? Okay. Time to, oh, look at all that ash in there. Awesome. Just love it. Helps with your digestive system, right? Okay, let's continue to kind of cook, warm up, fry. Let's say that, fry. Fry these pierogies and corn and bacon and butter and ash. All together, one happy family. You hear that sizzle? Hear that sizzle, boy? Do you like that sizzle, boy? It's just terrible. I'm just terrible impressions of other people on YouTube today. I won't name either of them. How's that? You like that? Get the whole sound all over the pan. That's the sound of it burning on the bottom. All right, time to dig in. Ow, that spoon's hot. Don't leave your metal spoon in the fire along with your food. Oh, that's a good idea. Drop it onto the cold moss and use that like a glove. Or I could use the glove that is beside me like a glove and hold the spoon like a human being. That's a good idea too. All right, time to finally dig into this. Tastes like a pierogi. It is good, I will say that. It does taste good. Okay, sip of coffee. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this kind of random bushcraft video. I don't even know what to call this. Eating, cooking, talking. Eating, cooking, talking. Sounds good. Anyways, until the next video, I hope you guys have a great day. This is Dave from BC Bushcraft.